Hi, welcome to my luxe POS demo. In this video, I will show you how to process a transaction using luxe. This is the main feature of the system. It lets the cashier to make a transaction for the customers during luxe sales. And all the data in between transactions are saved and recorded to the system that can be generated through reports. As you can see at the top portion of the screen, there is a new transaction button, and it also displays the name of the logged-in cashier, their user ID, the current transaction number, and the company that you belong. To start a new transaction, click New Transaction button. Now the more detailed transaction page will appear. Below the transaction header, you can enter the item code or barcode of the item that you want to add in the transaction table below. Then enter the quantity of the item you want to add. Click Add Item. You can see the item was successfully added in the table below. Now, let's try to add the same item, but with discount. There are two fields you can enter: discount, amount discount, and percent discount. You enter a value in amount discount if the item has a fixed peso value of discount. For example, here let us enter 20 in amount discount field. It means that the item has 20 pesos off its price. Now, click Add Item. Notice that a new row was added to the table with amount discount, and the quantity was automatically entered a value of 1. Now, let's try to add the same item again, but this time with percent discount. You enter a value here if the item has a percent discount off its price. For example, here let us enter 5 in percent discount. It means that the item has 5% off its price. Now, click Add Item. Another row was added to the table, but this time with a percent discount. The luxe may also include items with multiple prices. In this case, if you add a new item code with multiple prices, after clicking Add Item button, a different page will display, showing a drop-down selection of prices with labels of the item's price, its starting date, and the status of the item. Select the right price. Then, click the button to proceed. Now, the table is updated. If you want to edit the quantity of the item that is already in the transaction table, click the Edit button under Action column. A modal will pop up, then you can enter the new quantity, then click Update to save it to the table. And if you want to remove the row in the table, just click Delete, then confirm it here, just click OK. There, the row was removed. You can also add a claim tag to your transaction if necessary. At the top of the screen there's a claim tag input. There you can type in the claim tag number that you want to add. For example, I will add claim tag number 1234, then click Add Tag. The entered tag will display beside the claim tag label. Below the table, you can see the total quantity, total item count, and net total of the current transaction. You can proceed to the next page by clicking Checkout button, at the bottom right of the screen. The next page is the checkout. Here you can view the summary of your transaction. It shows the detailed info of each item included in the transaction. Click Proceed if you're done. Now, you are directed to the mode of payment page. Here is where you select the payment method of the transaction. There are 5 mode of payments: cash, credit card, debit card, e-wallet, and PO. First let us try the cash payment. Select cash and select payment method, then enter your cash amount here. You cannot click Apply if a field is empty. Now, click Apply. Now the table will display a row showing the mode of payment, in this case, cash, the amount you entered, and a blank reference number since it is not required in cash payment. You should also notice that a print button showed below the screen. But at the beginning, the print button was hidden, because the amount paid does not meet the value of amount due. Once the amount paid meet or exceed the amount due, the print button appears. At the same time, the change value updates. Now if you want to void this payment method, Click the Void button under the Void column. Click OK to confirm. Now the remaining balance returned to its original amount. Now, let's try a card payment. Note that credit card and debit card has the same procedure. Select the type of card you want to use. I will use credit card. Then, another form will appear at the right side. Here, you will enter the required fields to proceed. Because you cannot proceed with an incomplete field, enter the card holder, the bank name, the card's last 4 digits, and the type of card. Click Apply, and you can see the table, updated, now including the reference number column. Let's click Void, to try another mode of payment. Let's try e-wallet, almost same procedure in card payment. Enter all the required fields before proceeding. Then, click Apply. Void this again, and let's use PO. Select PO, then a P.O form will display. Consider entering the P.O number of the customer and click Verify, before entering an amount. Upon clicking Verify, details of the P.O number will display. This includes the name, company, employee ID, credit limit, and P.O balance, for verification. Now, you can enter amount here. Also take note that, you cannot enter an exceeding amount of P.O to the amount due. The system only accepts a P.O amount, lower or exact to the amount due. Let's enter an amount here that is the same with the amount due. Click Apply, there the table is updated. Now if split payment is necessary, just select 2 or more payment methods. Let's pick cash, then enter a lower amount compared to the amount due. Click Apply, then select e-wallet. Note that the amount to enter here should not exceed the remaining balance. Fill out the form on the right. Customer name, reference number, customer number, and type of e-wallet. Then click Apply. Now we can print the transaction. If you're done, click Print. Then a receipt preview will appear. You can double-check the details of the transaction if it all matches your input. Then click Print, and a print modal will pop up. Then click Print again to end the transaction and print the receipt. Once it's printed, the system will redirect you back to the start of the transaction page, where you can view your next transaction. On the next video, I will demonstrate the return and exchange procedure in transaction page.